Hey guys, Jen. I'm the co-founder of Tracedeek, and I'm going to talk about entrepreneurship and basically what it means to me to be an entrepreneur, and just some tips and advice that people have given me along the way that I've tried to take and apply into what I do. And honestly, just motivation to keep going, because it's very, very difficult no matter what your business is, no matter when you start your company. I think we all face very similar challenges, and I get a lot of questions, especially from young women looking to start their own companies or brands, and sort of take that jump and do something really totally out of the box that they've been wanting to do for a really long time, and it's a very scary process. And the first tip that my husband actually and a very trusted mentor gave me was no risk, no reward. This in particular, I think, is something that you really have to consider, you really have to think about. It's really about living your life without any regret. It's really about taking an opportunity if it's in front of you. And I think it's much easier said than done. I really honestly don't think I would have done it, jumped the corporate ship, if my husband hadn't persuaded me. And he was already an entrepreneur, so I really trusted what he said. And talking with this particular mentor, I really saw the way in which he led his life, the way in which he sort of just went about making decisions about taking chances. And I feel that when you have your own company, sort of like every day is a bit like that. You have to take risks and chances every day, and trust your intuition. The second one is something that's very obvious but very difficult at the same time. It's really about making sure that whenever you're starting your business, whenever you're starting your brand, whenever you're starting your service, that you really have a unique point of view. And we felt that we did, because we're offering the first ever color makeup routine, which is really a solution for your everyday makeup. It's really a solution for how you use it, how you carry it, and how you apply it. There was no one else before sort of tying the makeup bag to a routine, no one else allowing customization of that routine, and the whole routine fitting in the palm of your hand really solves the problem of the old makeup bag, which was over 4 pounds and leaking and spilling and messy and cluttered. So we did feel like we had a unique point of view with our Essential 8. However, when we started the brand, we actually didn't launch the Essential 8 because everyone told us we were crazy to try to sell an entire makeup routine just from Tracedeek, because we weren't famous, which, guys, still not famous. And two, not only that, but it was something that was very expensive in the marketplace. The typical beauty consumer spends about $30 on her basket, and she really cross shops. So she'll buy a mascara from someplace, a lipstick from another place. And so we were asking her to really trust us and to take our whole routine and our whole solution and to buy that from one brand at a actually very high value, but still cost a lot. But we sort of, once a few months passed, we realized that we really did have a unique point of view with the Essential 8, and we really had to stick to that. And since we launched it a few months after our initial brand launch, it actually became the #1 selling SKU, and to this day, it still is. So you really do have to trust yourself, and you really do have to offer something that's different, and you have to be okay with not being what everyone else is, because honestly, it's just too competitive and too cluttered in any case. The next bit of advice was from an entrepreneur, a girl that I really, really trust and believe in, and I love her brand really a lot. She's a really good entrepreneur. She's super hardworking, and she was actually the only person to tell me to really focus on profitability in my business. Almost every other person when I started my brand told me to go to VCs and get a lot of money and to spend all that money to really make a lot of news, make a lot of splash, really get famous really fast. And that didn't really resonate with me. I grew up on a farm, and my parents are really hard workers, and they tried to operate their business as profitably as a farm can be operated. And I think standing on your own 2 feet, being frugal, spending little, gives you the flexibility to own your business, to own your equity, to build it from something, to grow properly, and to be flexible, and I think ultimately, especially in light of today, it's very important to be profitable, and I still believe that to be true. Another tip that a lot of people have told me is to network a lot and to meet a lot of people, because you never know when they could be part of your journey, when they could work with you, work for you, help you, introduce you to people. And it's something that I know to be true, but I don't spend a lot of time doing because we're really small and I'm constantly executing, and it's very difficult, but it's a tip that I'm going to try to stick to listening myself this year, actually. And last but not least, I've written down my things on a piece of paper. Sorry. Last but not least, this is a really good one. So it's really listening to your consumer and understanding what they're looking for. So it could be true that I don't want to have a pressed powder. It could be true that I don't want to have a setting powder or a primer or all these different things because I just simply don't use it as a customer. But when we're developing products and when we're trying to make things for the Trace D consumer, we started really listening to what she's looking for in terms of shade and in terms of new product development. And it's very interesting because we just launched our shadow and it became our best launch ever. And instantly when we launched it, we came out with 6 shades. Our customers started asking for more shades and cream shades and different finishes. So we are currently working on that, and it's something that we know will be successful because people are already looking for and asking for it. And I think that's probably the best thing about social media, the best thing about today's marketplace is that you really have an open communication channel with your customer, especially as a D2C brand, and you're really able to make what she wants to buy. So yeah, those are my 5 tips, and I hope you enjoyed, and please leave comments or let me know any other things you want me to talk about. This has been fun. Bye.